Yo, what's going on, guys? A&M Anime here. It's your boy Alex. We back again. Welcome to the channel. All right. Now, today we're gonna be doing a little controversial, But before I even get into what the controversy is, no, you know what? I'm gonna tell you right off the bat what the controversy is. Yamato versus Kara for Strawhat.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
I said it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna talk about it. My thoughts on who I think joining, who I think's not joining, my take on the characters, who I personally want to join, and more. Now, before we get into that, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for all the notifications. Heal me with your likes, heal me with your comments. Don't battle about Yamato and Kara in the comment section. I'm lying. Do it. Who you think is better? Who do you think is joining? If you don't like Carrot because she's a furry, I understand. If you don't like Yamato because of the whole I'm Odin thing, I understand. But we're here. He versus her. Bunny versus mythical. What is Yamato? A tiger? Whatever. We're talking about it all. Now, Yamato versus Carrot has been a thing since his introduction as Kaido's son. Now, I think where the battle comes in the fandom, and I think what's really making people so, I don't want to say angry, so combative when it comes to these two, is that a lot of people feel like it's one or the other, right? It's one or the other. If Yamato joins, Kara can't. If Kara joins, Yamato can. And then my take on it is, I feel like they both can. Like, for a lot of people, it's too late in the game for both of these two to join each other, to join the crew, because one, there's not enough time for them to grow and build with the Straw Hats. Like, Jinbei is a special case because Jinbei, one, he bonded with Luffy in a pre-time skip from Appel down to Marineford. He bonded with the Straw Hats on Fishman Island, and then we had Whole Cake Island. Then officially, he finally joins in Wano. So, Jinbei isn't seen as this late coming member who can't develop with the crew. Carrot has been around since 2015, where we met her in Zoe. Introduction was baller. Anytime anybody gives Zoro any type of trouble, you get cool points from me, okay? Sanji stand for life. You see, I don't know if you can see it, but the statue is right there. Now, from there onward, we've been with Carrot for 6 years. From Zoe to Whole Cake Island to Wano. Now, Wano is where it gets tricky for Carrot because her role significantly, and I do mean significantly, has decreased manga-wise. The anime keeps throwing her in certain scenes. Like, Toy loves her. Whoever's on Toy's side, they clearly like Carrot. Like, they're pushing the Carrot agenda hard. She gets a lot of scenes. They gave her a filler arc with the Straw Hats before we even got to Whole Cake. It's like, all right, relax. We get it. We know whose side y'all on. But with Wano, it's kind of like the focus shifted away from Kara. Like, even with the part that she plays in regards to getting revenge for Pedro against Perospero, that was off screen. Like, they lost to Perospero because of Big Mom. Big Mom covered the moon. I want to set that record straight. They only lost to Perospero because the moon was covered and they lost their Sulong form. Don't get it twisted. Wanda and Kara did not just get blown out by Perospero just because. No. We saw that she was a powerful fighter on Whole Cake Island in her Sulong form. So I don't know why people kind of ran with that they got swept up. No. Big Mom covered the moon with the clouds. They lost their Sulong form. It is what it is. But the problem there with her, there's a negative and a positive side to her losing. The negative side is it kind of feels like she's not ready, right? She's not ready to take on Perospero. She's been defeated. She's out. She's kind of been out of the arc since that defeat. Yes. But positively, if I'm looking at it, and this is my point of view from it, if she won, then she has no reason really to keep going, right? Like she avenged Pedro. She had her moment as he said she would, and that's it. But here she lost. She has room to grow. Harold Sparrow gave her the whole speech about, okay, we're not playing games, little girl. He killed himself. That's number one. He made a point to say that, and he did. Pedro blew himself up, but Kara still blames Harold Sparrow. So he gives her this whole little speech about not playing pirate games and this is the real world, and she's left in the ground crying, defeated. Now, for me, that feels like something that's not finished. That feels like something that can keep going, and which is why I feel like the Big Mom Pirates aren't going down in this arc. So when she lost and people were like, Carrot, you're done. I'm like, that kind of gave me the opposite feeling that, okay, Carrot has more to offer here. She has time to grow, and she can't grow going back to Zoe. Nor do I think she would go back to Zoe, because we saw how she acts when it's adventure time. We saw how she acts out in the world. Like, she wants to see more of it. And then we have Yamato. And Yamato, once again, another character I like. Not as much as the fandom. The fandom kind of blew up with Yamato. He's alright. He's cool. I like the whole Odin stick. I like that he wants to be who he is. But the problem with Yamato for me is just, honestly, I kind of got rid of my problem. Yamato is powerful, but thanks to the latest chapter and spoilers, of course, I feel like that power doesn't really get in the way of the status quo of what we already have. Jinbei didn't get in the way. It's still Luffy, Sanji, Zoro, Big Three. So if Yamato was to join, I don't think he really affects what I like as far as the status quos go. But Yamato's case for joining is simply, I'm Odin. I want to do what Odin did. I want to travel the world. I have his journal, which we'll probably never know anything about, by the way. So stop asking. Stop hoping. It's not happening. There's too much information in that journal. I almost feel like it'll get destroyed. But that's another topic for another time. Yamato has already said to Kaido, I don't recall if he said it directly to Luffy, but I know to Kaido he says, yo, I'm selling with Luffy. I'm leaving Wano, but before we do that, we're taking Wano back from you. Now, Kaido's thoughts on the matter is simply, no, you are the guardian of Wano. You need to stay here and be Shogun. Now, we already know Momonosuke is the Shogun when everything is said and done. But Momonosuke isn't strong enough to protect Wano, I feel like. And that's where it gets a little iffy with Yamato, right? Because if you want to be like Odin, I can't say that. So I was going to say if you want to be like Odin, you have to protect Wano. But technically, if Kaido, for example, sees Yamato as the protector, as the guardian of the Shogun of Wano, then Yamato is kind of technically following in Odin's footsteps, because Odin turned his back on Wano, and as such, Yamato leaving Wano and going with Luffy would be kind of the same thing in a nutshell. So both characters kind of have this case of, we have a reason to join, we have a reason to sail. A lot of people point to dreams, but I feel like, man, Carrot wants to see the world. She can be the lookout. She can be the cabin girl. Yamato, I forget the official name of the position that somebody said. I remember seeing it. But he can be the position for writing a journal, writing down the stories of the Straw Hats. They can catch him up to speed so they can write the rest. So I feel like there's no reason for the fandom to fight in regards to these two. I personally want both to join. I think Yamato brings a lot of power into the crew, a mythical zone, and just all around a funny character, whereas Carrot brings on that goofy side, like a female Luffy. Carrot is like a female Luffy for me. That's what it gives off the vibe. And she's naive enough to where she doesn't know enough about the world, and not just Yamato, to where it will affect anything. Like Robin and Jinbei are the two who like understand the Grand Line to some capacity. Like they know a lot of things, whereas Carrot and Yamato were stuck on their hometowns, on their home islands for years, so they know nothing. So I think bringing in those two, after just bringing in a veteran of the world, will really throw in a nice mix there. I do recall at one point Oda saying that the next Straw Hats would join consecutively. I don't know if that was a translation error. I don't know if that was misinterpreted, but that was said at one point that the next Straw Hats would join consecutively. So I don't think that stops at Luffy. A lot of people kind of click to Luffy's "I want 10 men," but so much has changed since that was said. Skypiea was supposed to be like one of the last arcs of One Piece. So please stop sticking to Luffy's "I want 10 men." That could have been changed long ago. Like a lot of people point to Oda's outlines of the Straw Hats and Jinbei was included. Once again, things changed. The story grew. The crew is going to grow. Things have changed. Oda can have many different plans for these characters, whether it's Yamato, whether it's Carrot. I think a lot of people are kind of getting stuck in like this pattern where backstory, dream. Yamato doesn't really have a dream. Like his dream is to open the borders of Wano, which can stop on Wano. So why would he join a crew then? If we go off that logic, why is Yamato going? I don't think we need to stick to what we think or perceive as a pattern when it comes to One Piece or Oda in general. There's no pattern. There's a pattern to the arc structure. And when it comes to the story, we don't know what Oda's going to do. We know nothing. We're just caught in his web. We've been caught in his web for 20 plus years. We're not going anywhere. So get rid of the mindset that you figured it all out. Anybody could join. Who knows? Neither two of them can join, honestly. It could just be Jinbei and we have our big toast. Carrot goes back to Zoe or starts the Rocks Pirates. I think, no, what is it called? It wasn't the Rocks Pirates. The Nox. I think it's the Nox Pirates. She can start the new Nox Pirates. Yamato can stay on Wano and help Momonosuke rebuild. Like, we don't know. Nobody knows anything. So, when it comes to these two fandoms, just relax, chill. Oda will do his thing when it comes to these two characters. Both of them are good in their own right. And both of them would be greatly appreciated on Straw Hats for me. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Let me know your feelings on Carrot, your feelings on Yamato. Let me know your feelings on who joins. If we even get another member, how you feel about that so late in the game. Once again, like, comment, subscribe. Hit that bell for all the notifications. We're coming back. We're back better than ever. I'm feeling it. I'm happy. You guys got content coming. Thank you guys. Peace.